One victory can flip a season's trajectory. This was the moment the spiral stopped. Every Premier League season reaches a moment where direction is decided. Not through headlines or predictions, but through a single result that either stops the fall or accelerates it. For this club, the first win of the season had that weight. It wasn't dramatic, it wasn't dominant, but it may prove decisive. Winless runs are dangerous not because of the table alone, but because of how they shape behavior. Teams begin to chase solutions instead of trusting process. Tactical plans are questioned too quickly. Players lose clarity about roles. What begins as poor form slowly becomes instability. This club was approaching that line. What made this victory significant was not the scoreline, but the control. Control of emotion, control of space, control of moments. In previous matches, similar situations led to overreaction. Here, the response was measured. That is the first sign of a turning point. Premier League survival is rarely about brilliance. It is about reducing chaos. The teams that stay up are often the ones that understand how to suffer correctly. This club showed that understanding for the first time this season. They accepted uncomfortable phases without losing structure. One of the clearest changes was in decision-making. Instead of forcing forward passes under pressure, players recycled possession. Instead of chasing the ball emotionally, they protected zones. These details rarely make highlights, but they decide outcomes. Turning points are built on discipline, not moments of flair. This win also recalibrates expectations. Before, every fixture felt like a must-win. That desperation leads to mistakes. Now, the team can approach matches with strategy instead of urgency. That shift alone can improve performance levels. From a managerial perspective, this result is critical. It validates preparation. It buys trust. It allows incremental improvement rather than drastic change. In the Premier League, managers rarely fail because of tactics. They fail because they lose belief. This win protects belief. Supporters also play a role in turning points. Anxiety in the stands transfers to the pitch. Once the first win arrives, patience returns. That changes atmospheres. Home games feel different. Away performances feel freer. Football is emotional, and emotion flows both ways. It is tempting to dismiss a single win as meaningless in a long season. History suggests otherwise. Teams that break early season winless runs often stabilize. Those that don't usually spiral. This match placed the club on the right side of that divide. That does not mean safety is guaranteed. The Premier League is relentless. Strong opponents remain. Mistakes will still happen, but now there is a foundation. Progress requires a base, and this win provided one. Another overlooked aspect is leadership. Turning points reveal who can manage pressure. In this match, leadership emerged not through shouting, but through positioning, communication, and calm decisions. Those qualities are essential when margins are thin. This victory also resets internal standards. Losing teams often normalize struggle. Winning reintroduces accountability. Training intensity rises. Competition sharpens. Small improvements compound. Turning points rarely announce themselves, they quietly reshape habits. The challenge now is reinforcement. One controlled performance must become two. Then three. Momentum is not created by emotion alone, but by repetition. That is the real test that follows a turning point. If this club uses this win correctly, it becomes more than a statistic. It becomes a reference, a reminder of what works, a model to repeat. That is how seasons are saved. Every Premier League campaign tells a story. Some are about ambition, others about survival. This one may ultimately be remembered for the moment everything stopped going wrong. The night control returned. Turning points do not guarantee success. But without them, failure is almost certain. This club finally found theirs. Follow every step as this club tries to turn survival into progress.